Hey, what's up? What's up? Divinity Gem's back again. Just wanted to come on here and make sure I get my full moon readings out for you guys. This week is already tomorrow, Tuesday, ready for the full moon. So, whatever energies you most likely were going through around that new moon will be brought to fruition in some kind of way. You may be have been presented with two doors during that time, of which you had to make a decision and walk through. Um, Lots of people dealing with family issues and belief systems. Told y'all them belief systems was going to be challenged, and now I have a lot of feedback on that. Yes, a whole lot of belief systems and just safety nets were pulled away from people. It's time to evolve, y'all. It's time to evolve, and it's time to grow. As a species, it's time to grow. And so, whether we wanted to or not, a whole lot of signs got an awakening that they may or may not have been ready for. So hopefully you guys came out on top of that. If you were prepared, if you knew yourself very well, you came out on top with this energy. It was some good energy, gave us a boost, some insight. I know healers and readers got a little boost to their intuition during that time, during that full moon period, that new moon period that we just came through. So just looking forward to the daily, day by day. I see just changes and awakenings happening for people all over the place. So hopefully everybody is coming to grips with their awakening, and whatever area that you had blockages in, it seemed to attack that area. Hold a mirror up, so to speak, to your face and say, hey, it's time to deal with this. Can't run from it no more. It's time to be strong, find your courage, and transition, as most of the planet is doing at this time. So just want to come on in and get this full moon reading out for you guys. It goes from the 29th of May through the 13th of June, which is the next new moon. So once again, starting with my air signs as always. Air signs, happy birthday to you, Gemini. All right, my Gemmies, happy birthday to you. This is a communication time for us. We lift the planet. We bring communication to the planet. Always usually do my pre-shuffle as I did with this spread and my 9-card spread I wanted to get out. Pre-shuffled and put my intent on. Always asking for truth and clarity. Pulled about 3, 6, 7 cards. I'm just waiting on those last two I'll pull on camera so that we can get into it. I'm going to take that one. So that we can get into the energy for our Geminis, Libras, and Aquariuses. Starting with this full moon, May 29th, going through June 13th. See what the angels have to say regarding the overall energy for us as a collective element of air signs. I'm going to get this last card out of here, and then we'll get into this energy. Come out. There we go. There we go. All right. I got my 9-card spread out. The first card out for my air signs was the 9 of Water. Joy. I know if you went through something, anything this weekend, coming behind the last couple of weekends, coming behind that new moon, may have been certain situations that you had to address that you weren't quite sure of the outcome, but you gave it your all. Just wanting you to know those things are going to be returned to you this week. Those things are going to bring you in the next coming weeks the joy. If you put in the work and you deserve this joy, this joy is coming in for a lot of air signs. I know myself, I'm waiting on the joy, the joy, because we need this right here. And also when you have that type of joy, it's the type of joy that's contagious. Like you spread this joy around, you wear it on your sleeve all the time because you put in the work for it. And the rewards are more fulfilling this way when you experience joy that you've actually put in work for a long time. Yeah, hopefully a lot of you air signs go ahead and get this joy. Follow right by this pleasure card right here. I'm thinking our ship's about to come in, my air signs, because we did put in a whole lot of work. If you were on your business, personality-wise, you were working on things that made you a better person throughout this last month of May. Really did just pinpoint any area in our life where we had any type of blockages, where we were lacking on something, whether it be self-confidence or anything else you had going on at that time. I feel like your ship's about to come in. First two cards out the bat were pleasure and joy. What two greater things can you have to reap a reward for something that you've worked hard on than for it to return pleasure and joy? So I feel like a lot of my air signs are getting that. A lot of us with this breakthrough here as well. Breakthroughs from just a situation that we've been working on, trying to figure out which way to go. Maybe we just were a lot of the last couple of weeks having to go into hermit mode. We really did have to soul search. We did have to sit back and let those storms pass to see which way they could go and which way they would play out for us. That would be to our benefit. And a lot of us are getting those breakthroughs that we needed. About to set ourselves up to experience a lot of pleasure and a lot of joy. And a lot of love looks like coming in with this sun and water. This is about that fine animal magnetism attraction that raw, as I call it. Be ready for that too. A lot of us were trying to manifest some love situation going on at the end of the month of May. So if we can, we will manifest this type of raw magnetism, this passion, this eros. When we look at that person that we have in mind, you know who he is or she is. You've been looking at them. They've been catching your attention. You've been ready to release these emotions, and that is coming to some air signs who've manifested that this week, coming into the first couple of weeks of June as well. You can be feeling that passion to where sometimes you can't even resist those situations. You're going to go after it full steam ahead because, like I said, you've earned it. You've earned it. Anything that you've worked hard for, you've put in the work, and now it's time to manifest some joy and pleasure into your life. And love is definitely included in that breakthrough. With love and pleasure, maybe you just could not get the time right to manifest a relationship because you were working on something else, priority-wise. It's letting you know the love is a priority as well. The joy is a priority. The pleasure is a priority, and those things are coming through for you, you air signs. Coming up at the end of May, going into early June. Happy birthday, air sign. Ooh, we Gemini. Grandmother energy coming up here next. Grandmother energy. She's got everything you need. Everything you need. Reliability as a woman, as that one that's so provided, that one who nurtures and cares at the highest level for the family, the matriarchs, that turtle as it is old and wise back there. I always say, slow and steady is grandma energy. And so, yeah, she's got the grandbaby there. She's a master nurturer. She also has the food ready and abundant. The wisdom beyond her years to know how to take care of a family. So that can translate into many ways. Learn lessons that we have as people going through some parts of our journey. We get the insight and we get the wisdom enough to pass on to others. A lot of our air signs are communicators, master communicators. Gemini and Libra, I know, communicate well. So a lot of us having that gift of being able to pass on our wisdom to others and share it with others. I think that's an important gift to be sure to give back when you do learn or have an experience that you can share that may help others. That's a good energy for us to have as well as air signs, as we do communicate well. Might want to share your gifts with somebody or your stories with somebody coming up beginning of next month, going from this full moon through the first couple of weeks of June. You may be called upon to share your advice or share your wisdom with someone else. Always give and help in those areas because those things are returned to you. Always. Look what they bring in. They bring in wealth when you're that type of person. It does. It brings in wealth. Ten of Earth is wealth, storing up treasures, physical treasures as well as priceless treasures inside of yourself that you can't attain from anything else other than climbing that chakra ladder, as I call it, and becoming the greatest version of yourself as possible. You store up material wealth. Spiritual wealth can only yield material wealth as above, so below. So want to make sure that if you're being a good person, if you put the good efforts out here, and you're watching yourself manifest all the things. As I say, your ship's getting ready to come in, can only bring positive benefits. It only can bring wealth to you and abundance to you because you put those positive things out there and you deserve that in return. All right, next card out was the Father of Fire. This is my visionary right there. He's the one that's got the spirit above helping him and the fire in his belly that burns to keep it going. That is spirit directed, always spirit directed. He is not making a move without spirit guiding him. So this is not an impulsive, as some of our air signs are impulsive when we make decisions. It's not an impulsive energy. This is a well thought out, wise decision he's making with spirit above and the fire that burns it inside of him below, giving him that intuition inside of him. That's what you want to listen to now, as we've been so used to being mental as air signs. We want to rely on that feeling of intuition right now because the mind can't play tricks on you sometimes. So you want to make sure you can feel the voice of God inside you. Why it's very important to climb the chakra ladder and get those lights activated, because as you activate those intuitive feelings become signals in your body that you can actually feel and hear. So that's a positive energy to see coming for the next couple of weeks for the air signs. From the full moon going into all the way till June 13th, you will have, some of you will have that energy of the Father of Fire, which is that visionary in handling all business. He's got the wisdom and the reliability to make it work. That's a great energy to have. All right, some of us are stagnant. We did not handle what we were supposed to handle coming in from that new moon all the way to this full moon. You got some stagnant energy here. This is a situation that causes depression when you're stuck and you can't move forward. There's no progress going on in your life. Want to be careful of this energy. You have to find where this energy is. Where is the blockage coming from, and why is there a blockage there? It's because we're not ready to let go of something that we had a preconceived idea of, and now we're disappointed. We're disappointed because it didn't go the way we thought it should go. Stagnation, it can lead you down a path really of just insecurity. And you don't want to go down that path because it makes it harder to climb out later on when you want to get that get up and go, when you want to have that drive and you want to be the Father of Fire. Stagnation is actually the opposite of, the drive and the determination and the visionary that he is. This is actually that opposite energy, stagnation, where you are just standing still. There is no movement. So, what do you do when you are stagnant? The best thing you can do is go inside yourself, meditate, and determine where that blockage is happening and why are you feeling stagnant, why you feel like you can't move that energy. Because that's all it is energy piled up in one spot. And maybe you're thinking, like I said, some old thought patterns have not changed, that you were being stubborn about changing. Because whether you wanted them to or not, the awakening was going down. It went down after that new moon. So if you got some stagnant energy there, you're going to have to address it. You're going to have to address it one way or another. It is not going away this time. It is coming back until you change your viewpoint on it. So become aware, very aware of what it is that you feel like, where in the areas in your life where you feel like you're stagnant. Become aware of those areas and do what you have to do. Do what you have to do, people. You're going to have to unblock it, whether you want to or not. It's a lot easier when you do it on your own. And finally came out was the 6 of Fire, the victory card. Come on with the victory. I need a victory in my life, I swear. Everybody can always use a victory, no matter what the fight, because the fight is always daily. We are daily fighting our flesh. We're daily fighting these illusions in this world. It's a daily struggle. And so to get the victory card in any way is a wonderful thing. So air signs, if you are waiting on a victory, if you have put in the work and knowingly deserve this victory, enjoy this victory guilt-free. Do not have victory and then be feeling a little guilty later on, like, was I a little mean to that person? No. Enjoy your victories, air signs, because you deserve them. Overall, good reading for you guys. Full moon energy. Divinity Gems here. Check out my website, www.divinitygems33.com. Till then,